Hello! Perfidious Pete here, back to continue forging an empire upon which the sun never sets in Stellaris. Though really, you know, it's not that much of an accomplishment if you actually think about it. I know Great Britain hails themselves on being the empire upon which the sun never sets, and that's a big feather in their cap, but in reality, assuming that your planet orbits a star, which, you know, most planets do, so that's not much of an accomplishment either, you don't really have to control much of that planet in order to have an empire upon which the sun never sets. In fact, you don't even have to control the entire planet, or even a majority of it, or even, like, much of it. All you really need to do to be the emperor of an empire upon which the sun never sets is to have 3 spaces large enough for a single human to stand inside of that are equally spaced around the globe. That's all you need. Let's think about it like scientifically for a moment. Planets, by and large, are spheroids, and don't even think about the whole, oh, what about Pluto argument, Pete? Pluto isn't a sphere. Is Pluto still a planet? Blah, blah. I don't care about the scientific definition of a planet. I don't care whether it says that it has to have enough internal gravity to pull itself into a spheroid. I don't care about oblation and that the fact that the Earth isn't actually a sphere. Its rotational speed actually makes it bulge out a little. I'm not talking about any of that stuff. This isn't an astrophysics class, Jimmy. You don't get extra bonus points for having done additional reading. Nobody cares how smart you are, Jimmy. Stop showing off. Planets are mostly spheres. Which means if we're thinking about this in a more simplistic method, we can just break it down into a 2-dimensional problem rather than a 3-dimensional problem, and we can represent that sphere with a circle. Now, a light source, say for instance, like a light of a star hitting a planet, if we're using our circle scenario, it's going to cover roughly 180 of the 360 degrees of that circle. Which means that in order to have an empire upon which the sun never sets, all we need are 3 points equally arranged, or arranged rather equidistantly around the edge of that circle, like 120 degrees apart. That's all we got to do. You do that, and you have then engineered a scenario in which you are the emperor of an empire upon which the sun never sets. And think about it, those 3 patches of ground, doesn't matter how big they are, they could be literally a 2-foot by 2-foot patch of land, and still, you control an empire upon which the sun never sets. And you control a total of 12 square feet of ground. Even at the most exorbitant real estate prices, man, 4 square feet is not going to set you back a whole lot. Hell, you could carpet your entire empire for 20 bucks if you got some cheap shag. You could plant 3 tomatoes on your empire and have an empire that you could say was 100% under cultivation. And if you wanted to get real fancy, you could just refuse to use pesticide on those 3 tomato plants and then say that it was 100% organically farmed too. You know what, Great Britain? I'm starting to think maybe your accomplishments ain't so much accomplishments, are they? So we're going to send the HMS, or HIMSS Goibnu here out to enter orbit around Sapir 3 on Barnard Star. We did build another construction ship. That's fantastic. We're really looking forward to making use of that. And I think we're getting close to the point where we're going to need to start building an outpost. We're going to have to start getting wide. We're tall-ish, but I think it's time for our empire to start widening a bit as well. Going to bump the speed up a notch. We have the HMS Stevedore is idle. Why are you idle, Stevedore? You should not be idle. Spaceport of Earth has finished its construction queue. Yeah, we know that was actually it building what we needed it to build. Let's go out here and do a little bit of let's do a little bit of looky-loo. See what of these, we don't know anything about these systems out here, but really all we're looking for is like a density of star systems. We want a bunch of stars that are close together that we can throw an outpost in and enhance our sphere of influence. So the Stevedore has arrived at Sapir and now has nothing to do. Research complete? What research did we finish? So we unlocked the physics lab. All right, well, quantum theory. I don't want to fire shots, Fernando, but I think you've been spending too much time grooming your beard and not enough time in the lab doing freaking science, bro. The shit, that took forever. All right, what new potential do we have? Deflectors are pretty good. We have small, medium, and large. These give us, they give our ship a little extra durability. Energy storage capacity, though, is also really good. It unlocks an edict capacity overload. Lasts 10 years. Gives us plus 15% energy. Intriguing. Energy grid does what? Planet modifiers. Energy grids produce some energy credits on their own, but more importantly, increase the overall energy credit outputs of all the planet. I mean, you know, that's something. Energy storage capacity goes up. That ultimately is very useful. It's an industrial one for ingenuity and productivity, which our boy here is not fantastic at. What's your gift for? You're into computers. We could also just upgrade the power plant too, which would make our power plants produce more. But again, that's something that we actually have to pay. That's an upgrade that requires an investment on our part. And I think in the early game, our investments are going to be better spent in just expanding rather than improving. We want to build new power plants rather than improving the power plants we already have. So I think we'll just go, I mean, this is really tempting, but I think global energy management is probably a little bit better investment of our time. It's going to take us 58 months to learn that anyway. Good Lord, that's almost 5 years, dog. This Fernando guy, I don't want to say that I'm like starting to question the cut of his jib, but I'm starting to question the cut of his jib. The Goibnu is on its way out. The Stevedore, you're just like sitting idle. Where are you at, bro? Let's go check you out. Oh, you're sitting idle around Barnard's. Wait, you're already at Barnard Star? Why are we sending a Goibnu out there then? Hold on a second. Yeah, if you're already on your way out, we don't want you... Oh, you're going to Sapir. All right, that's fine. That's actually where we want you. Never mind.
System survey complete.
And is that our boy? Is that our boy? Is that Sanchez? Oh, no, that was Wu who actually got that one done. No, wait, it was Sanchez. Never mind. It's always Sanchez, Pete. It's always Sanchez. All right, Dirty. It's time for you to come out here, bro, and start finding me a place. Go survey this. You got to find me a place to begin our expansion. I would love, before the end of this episode, to try and get an outpost built. So give me the Stevedore. You're not doing anything. Let's go check you out. You're out at Barnard Star. We're going to have you build a mining station right here on Barnard Star. And hopefully we will have enough minerals when our other ship... Well, never mind. It has already arrived. I was going to say when our other ship arrives, hopefully we'll have enough minerals stockpiled that we can just immediately begin building. Unfortunately, that's not the case. But with 2 construction ships, we really have expanded the rate of expansion for our empire. We doubled up, effectively. Doubled up our resource gain, doubled up our ability to gobble things in, and we want to be making with the goblin. Not, you know, like the Green Goblin. We want to be making with Willem Dafoe, although, you know, I'm told he's got a huge dong, so if you wanted to make it with Willem Dafoe, I suppose that's an understandable desire. There are signs of activity by an ancient precursor civilization on this inhospitable rock. Woo! You know, I thought maybe Sanchez was going to be our boy, but when it comes to anomalies, you're actually better at it. So, I mean, I don't think you're better at it, but you're doing a better job than Sanchez. This planet is a toilet. It's got a bunch of dangerous wildlife. Tiles blockers, by the way, which we cannot clear. Active volcanoes, some mountain ranges. It's not really a planet we're interested in inhabiting anyway, because, as previously stated, it's kind of a toilet. We really want to sort of stick to the creme de la creme of planets. We only really want the good ones, like this 16 population-sized continental world. There's also a tropical world down there, which is a little less inhabitable for our people, but wouldn't be terrible. I don't remember. I know there are limits to the number of colonies that we're allowed to control. Directly controlled colonized systems. I think it's system, though not individual colony. So we would want to, in theory, probably not colonize Sirius, although it's actually a really good planet. I suppose we could colonize Alpha. Well, Alpha Centauri has 2 planets, and if that counts as one system that we have colonized for 2 colonies, that's better, because effectively we're getting 26 population here for the price of 17. If you kind of catch my meaning. So, Sapir, all right. Stevedore, what are you doing? Let's go check you out. You're still at Barnard Star. All right, so you're far away from your next goal. We're going to have you fly here and go into orbit. Goibnu, do we have enough for you to build? Okay, we've got you around the Sapir. I would actually prefer to have you go... I was going to say I would prefer to have you... We can't actually build a mining station yet because we need 90 minerals. So we're going to have to wait another month. All right, fine. Pick it up, and then we're going to have you build an energy station, and done. Build a mining station there. And we're running out of places to whoa, okay, whoa, we got a lot of alerts here. Hold on a second. Put on the old pause. Slap on the brakes. Sagacious found an anomaly that we already knew. Construction completed that we also already knew. Leader has gained a level. Fernando Riveros. Oh, this is going to be all of our scientists gaining a level at the same time. Long Luo and Alejandro Morales. All right, so all those guys leveled up. I don't know if Liang Lao was necessarily entitled to a level up. Or wait, sorry, Lao. You're actually really good at your job. Don't let me. It's Fernando up here who's too busy messing with the grooming of his beard and refusing to do his damn physics-based research. You, Long Low, I got no problems with you, bro. You're good at your job. Just keep doing what you're doing. You keep mapping that genome for me. You map that human genome. I want you to come up with the cure for the common cold. Signs of Cybrax activity in the vicinity of Tersonia 6 turned out to be false leads. Science officer Zhang Wu has asked to continue the search with the HMSS Sagacious elsewhere. I'm assuming she failed. God damn it. We do have a quest, I believe. That's in a situation log. Yeah, we're supposed to be researching Cybrax artifacts, but I think so far we have found 2 Cybrax artifacts, and both of our investigations have turned up what I would like to say is basically fuck all. Alright, is this system... That system's not even fully surveyed yet, so our science ship is still surveying it. I'm tempted to get a 3rd science ship, but I think we would be ultimately better served... Just go survey that system over there. I think ultimately we'd be better served to maybe conserve our resources and put those into things we can use to get additional resources. We want to have our resources making more resources right now. Anything that isn't a mining colony at the moment is sort of counterproductive. 2 ships is plenty. That's good. Sanchez is out there trailblazing. That's a great name for a science ship, by the way, the Trailblazer. I suppose it's a great name for a science ship unless it's named after the NBA team, the Trailblazers, in which case it's like the most unfortunate name for a science ship because those guys don't exactly strike me as staunch scientists. The science of Duncan, yeah, they got that down. The science of 3-pointers, yeah, they're working on that. The science of bending space and time to your will in a campaign to eradicate all other sentient life from the galaxy. Not the right kind of science, man. The sweet science of basketball does not necessarily translate to the science of global wholesale warfare. Actually, not even global, galactic wholesale warfare. Encounter in Pava. We've encountered some form of alien vessels in the Pava system. These strange objects have been flagged as Alpha Menace. Until we can learn more about them, we should proceed with caution. So did we just find an alien race? Enigmatic spacefares. News of alien ships humming through the ether have reached Earth, in many ways ending the first chapter in the book of the Peterian Empire's bid for a stellar empire. What are you talking about? It didn't end our bid. So the answer is yes, in fact. We have found... no. We don't know what this is. We need to study these aliens through a special project where we hope to understand their technology or learn how to communicate with them. How do we do that? Does that require a science ship? I think we have to send a science ship over to mess with the alien menace called Alpha Menace. Okay, I mean, I suppose we could do that. We'll dedicate someone to doing that in a minute.
Complete.
Actually, so you're what? Surveying this? Good. Okay. Survey complete. System is surveyed. Construction complete. The Goidnu got us 3 more power. That puts our total power capacity at 5. Cool. We can dip into negative power, but buildings and whatnot typically take power. I like to try and keep my power positive. I like a bank of power. I'd also like a bank of minerals, too, but we're not going to get that. We need to get to 90 minerals before we can build another mining station, which is our goal. Oh, never mind. Those guys are just... Okay, so the Alpha Minute's just wandering away. They also use wormhole travel because you can see their warp wind down. Oh, well. See you in hell, alien menace. They can't be that menacing. They countered us and then immediately flew away. That doesn't strike me as menacing. That strikes me as, you know, non-combative. So who's at Barnard Star? The Stevedore is at Barnard Star. All right, let's go to the Stevedore. And Stevedore, I would like for you to build a mining station on Barnard Star.
System survey complete. Anomaly found.
Oh, we found another anomaly. Okay, got a 20% chance for failure here for Jose. I think this is your moment, Sanchez. This is your chance to turn what has, thus far been a pretty uninspiring career. This is your moment, though. This is it. You can make this a redemption story. A redemption story, Sanchez. Do it. Do it. Do it. Come on, get Shia LaBeouf on it. Just do it. You know you want to do it. Just do it. Speaking of doing things, also we would like to build a mining station down in Sapir. Assyria 4 has some power in it, so it's not great, but it's something. The Goibnu Pava has... Ooh, what's this? Hold on a second. HMS Trailblazer reports that they've been able to find anything to deliver on the promised find. Science Officer Jose Manuel Sanchez is distraught and apologizes for the mistake. You know what? Don't make any fucking more mistakes, Sanchez. That's 2, bro. You're 0 for 2. This is unacceptable. Get your shit together, man. So Lystira's got some minerals as well. Go, sir. Tell me, man, Sanchez. Opportunity for a redemption story. What? Didn't fucking redeem yourself, Sanchez. Putting shame on the Trailblazer. You know what, Sanchez? You know what? Your crew is ashamed of you. They're ashamed right now, and that's on you. They're ashamed because you're sullying their good name. They're out there surveying their asses off, working hard, trying to make a name for themselves, trying to be the next Starship Enterprise, and what do? Go and shit it down your leg. That's what you do. Poor sons of bitch. You know, they're disappointed in you, and you know what? I think rightfully so. So we're going to take the old Stevedore here, which currently ain't doing shit, and we're going to go put it into orbit here, so that when we have 90 minerals available, we can immediately begin working on our next project. Same thing for the Sapir, actually. Goibnu, I want you to move there and enter orbit so that when we get to 90 minerals, you are ready to capitalize. And this is one of the reasons I tend to play on a little bit of slower speed at the early game, because getting a jump on the enemies is so vital. Getting out to the early lead, it really does make a difference. Okay, we have enough now. You guys, neither one are in place. So let's see who arrives first. Who's the first one to get there? First one to get there gets a job. Come on, this is how you do it. If you ain't first, you're last. If you ain't first, you're fucking unemployed, actually. I'm thinking the Goibnu's gonna do it. There, Goibnu. The Goibnu did it. Up, see, early bird gets the worm. All right, build a mining station. This is gripping gameplay, by the way. We're wandering around building the shit out of... Man, this system is fantastic, though. Pava 2A. So we have a habitable tropical world. Not like the most ideal world for us, but reasonable. Also, we have a continent. Oh, we definitely want to put a colony here. This is real good. They got a bunch of minerals. There's an Alpha Menace. Initiate a special project in order to learn more about these Alpha Menace. Except the Alpha Menace left, though. Like, they just took off. When Pava is fully investigated, I think we'll send... You know, it's going to be make or break here for Wu. Well, actually, you know, it shouldn't be make or break for Wu. Wu has done nothing but make herself. It's make or break for our boy Sanchez, because he ain't getting it done. Sanchez, you know your parents are disappointed in you, right? See, look at this. Wu's already level 3. No wonder Sanchez's parents are so disappointed in him. Shang Wu's out there showing how a real scientist is, and Sanchez is sitting back at the lab smashing beakers together, wondering why the experiment won't work. Just banging rocks. Poor Sanchez. I mean, I kind of feel sorry for the guy because he's stupid. He tries hard, but he's never going to succeed. He just doesn't have the tools necessary to get the job done. I don't like to watch people struggle, but he makes me watch him struggle. I build another mining station right here. And we're starting to get some pretty significant mineral incomes here. All right. Okay, Wu. I mean, this is on you, Wu. You know what? I don't think we could call her Shang Wu anymore. I sort of feel like we need to call her Shang Wu. I really do. So, yeah, I want you to go investigate this. We We need to learn more about the mysterious aliens we have codenamed Alpha Menace. They possess a language, you must decipher it and establish communications. We get influence or a special project. Alright, go research this. We're investigating the Alpha Menace. Send in the Sagacious. Okay, the Goibnu has finished construction. We're going to have the Goibnu start again in a moment. We may need to go for power generation. By the way, let's go back to Earth very quickly. Earth, did you get a population growth yet? You did get a population growth. No, you didn't either. How long until you freaking grow, Earth? Grow, damn it. Grow. Wait, you did grow. Your population is at a 9. Where did that population go? It was at an 8 a minute ago, and now it's a 9. Where did it go? Did it go to food? No, because those are slaves. I don't think we're growing slaves, are we? I don't necessarily object to this, growing slaves, per se, but... if we grew our population... you know, I didn't place... the last time I recorded Stellaris was actually yesterday, so... I don't remember which one of these planets was our winner. We do need to get a colony ship built. Like, we got a couple really good colony candidates. But I still feel like the better investment is to get our infrastructure down before we start saving up for a colony ship. They're really expensive. And I think we're better served, rather than trying to build up a colony ship, we're better served just trying to make certain we're harvesting as many minerals as possible. Pavo is outside of our sphere of influence, so we can't harvest anything from there. We could get some extra power from Sapir. We could get 2 extra minerals from Bunda, and we can get some from Altair as well. I mean, we're already in Sapir, so we should probably go ahead and get this energy while we're here. Just go inner orbit. I don't really want to build another mining station for energy, because we kind of have energy not necessarily covered, but I mean, we've got energy at an acceptable level. Pava has been fully surveyed. Yep, we know. Construction is complete. We know. Leader gained a level. Oh, Sanchez, way to be a Johnny-come-lately coming in at this 11th hour. Oh, look, I'm level 3, too. Yeah, crashed enough beakers together that you finally leveled up your smashing, huh? Good work. It's like watching the Hulk trying to conduct a scientific experiment. Okay, communications established. So, the Bacterum. The system has planets not yet serviced. Lies within the Bacterian hierarchy space. We are receiving transmission from the Bacterian hierarchy. They appear to have successfully translated our language. Diplomatic channels are now open, and all hostilities between us have ceased for the moment. So, we found another species. Okay. First contact with the Bacterian hierarchy. I bring greetings from Grand Marshal Daguth, the undisputed ruler of the Bacterian hierarchy. Respect our borders and keep out of our affairs, and perhaps our mighty fleets will refrain from visiting your worlds. We can say, keep to yourselves, aliens. His Imperial Majesty, Perfidious Pete, greets you, Bacterians. Your kind will not threaten His Imperial Majesty. So what are you guys? You are fanatic militarists. Well, I don't really like that at all. Your army damage and fire rate are higher, and you are also spiritualists. Research psionic technologies, can build temple buildings, must use AI outlawed policy. So they have -10 unrest, and they get a bonus to governing ethics. You know what? Here's how we're gonna... His Imperial Majesty Perfidious Pete greets you, Bacterians. Pete, why you hate aliens? I know I hate aliens, and aliens hate me. But here's the thing. It's all a card game, man. We gotta put on a good face and be like, oh, hey, what's up, aliens? Welcome. Congratulations. I appreciate the fact that you exist. It's nice to know we are not alone in this cold and bitter and different universe. Come, let us be brothers and exploit the valuable resources available in this wide intergalactic space for our mutual benefit. And then, bam, when they're not looking, you stab them in the kidney. Soon as their back is turned, you shank them in the kidney. We should assume the worst. Of course we should assume the worst. Specifically that this really, really good colonial target is within the space of our fucking enemies. So is this a planet, or is this like their home world?
Construction complete.
Yeah, okay, we gotta pause here for a minute. Missing in action. At least one of our fleets have gone missing in action. It will take some time to return and rejoin the ranks. So the Sagacious has to fly back home because they wound up in enemy space through no knowledge of their own. Borders closed. Closed borders. Diplomatic communication with the Bacterian hierarchy. We've allowed you to move about freely in our territory for too long. Today we draw the line. So they immediately closed their borders to us. Okay, I assume we have a reciprocal then closed borders policy. Stevedore completed a mining station. So, like, that goes both ways, though, right? Their doors are closed to us. Our doors are also then closed to those guys. Because if they're not, I want to make sure that they are. So where is the diplomacy thing? Factions? No, we have no factions. It's not strategic resources, policies and edicts. Species? Species. Nope. Where's the diplomacy thing? Like, it's definitely a thing. Contacts, here we go. Bacterian hierarchy. So, diplomatic status. Has closed borders to the Peterian Empire. Do we have closed borders to them? We do not. So, we're going... Okay, well, they despise us. So, we're a new contact. They hate us. We border each other. They hate us. We're xenophobic bigots. We have a repugnant ruler. No one is ever going to like us. We have a roughly equivalent power levels. So, we're going to communicate with you. You closed your borders to us, we're going to close borders to you. Why would our ship's presence be a problem to you? Because turnabout's fair play, you one-eyed douche nozzle. Also, I can't help but notice that your muzzle might make an effective douche nozzle. Yeah, keep the fuck out of my land, you jerks. Gonna close your borders to me? I'm gonna close my borders to you. What does insulting do? Greatly reduces their opinion of us. Sending insult will greatly reduce their opinion of us, but I think it also gives us... So they get bonus minerals and bonus happiness. I think this also gives us influence, does it not? Yeah, we're gonna... You know what? The hell with you. I did call you a douche nozzle because your mouth looks a little bit like a douche nozzle. You know those things the females of our species stick in their vagina to cleanse themselves? Yeah, you look like one of those. We excrete waste from there, sort of. I know what I called you. I'm not ashamed of it, and I'm not taking it back. So, the Procyon is doing nothing, or rather, the HMS Sagacious here. Well, why don't you fly over here and build a mining station? And do we have enough minerals to build another mining station? Not yet. The Goibnu isn't doing shit. We really need to get it doing shit, and we also need to get over to Altair, and I'm tempted... We also kind of need to get, we kind of need to get this explored, because we're going to want to build an outpost. Although this up here is starting to look like a better and better spot for a potential outpost. If we want to expand our influence, we maybe want to expand this way, just because this will give us better options as far as incorporating these planets. It's got a lot of power, not as many minerals as I might like, though. This place did have some reasonable sources of minerals, and it also has... I'm not sure why it has that extra 5 minerals on it. These Bacterium had me a little worried, I'm not gonna lie. How long until you come back? Oh good, Sanchez found an anomaly. Well... 20% failure risk. The guy hasn't actually ever achieved one yet. Fuck it. You know what, Sanchez? At this point, I'm just gonna keep throwing you at the problem until you come up not empty. For once, like, you eventually have to get it right by accident, right? Also, I think we're going to have... You have a 20% failure risk here. No, that's actually not who I want at all. Wait, this is the... Yeah, Sangwoo, I want you to come investigate this. No, it's not it. Why can't I get the Sagacious to come investigate this anomaly? Because that's really what I want this to do. Change scientist? Oh, are they reserved for the person who found them? Is that how it works? Have Zhang Wu go get it. Wu? Yeah, go research that. Because your ship isn't doing anything anyway. At some point, we're going to have to stockpile some minerals. We're going to have to begin stockpiling so that we can build an outpost or potentially just build another colony ship. We're probably going to colonize Alpha Centauri, which is already in our space. I think we should build an outpost first, and I'm thinking Lysira looks like a pretty good spot for that. What a surprise! The HIMSS Trailblazer remain... How have we failed every single one of these, by the way? We have like a 20% chance of failure, and Sanchez has managed to come up empty every single fucking time. Good sweet Christ, Sanchez, what the hell are you doing over there, man? What the hell are you doing? Alright, Sapir, we're gonna have you go ahead and build a mining station. That'll get us a little bit more power. But seriously though, Sanchez, how could you possibly be fucking up this bad? It's all you do. You shit the bed 10 out of 10 times. In every scenario, all you do is get in bed and poop in it. You gotta stop pooping, man. We're gonna have to get you some of those, like, I don't know, I don't want to say like adult diapers, but I'm beginning to think maybe you need an adult diaper to stop you from shitting the bed all the time. The guy, he just can't win for losing. Zhang Wu, though, I mean, she gets it done every damn time. You send Wu out and be like, hey, Wu, go check this out. She'd be like, I have no idea what this is. It's some kind of black obelisk in orbit around Jupiter, completely impervious to all scientific scrutiny, but I don't know, give me a week or two, I'll fucking figure something out. We send Wu out there. Her AI goes rogue while she's on the way out to investigate it. She overcomes the rogue AI, goes in, touches the obelisk, and becomes a star baby. She's like, oh, I figured it out. Fucking, it's a star baby thing. As soon as you touch it, you become a giant fetus floating in space. Alien barracks. Silhouettes discernible from orbit are indeed buildings, and closer inspection reveal them to be of an obvious martial nature. While abandoned for some time, though very recently on a galactic timescale, science officer Zhang Wu believes that the secrets of alien tactics may yet be exhumed from beneath the dust that covers the decaying barracks and looted armories. A special project may be issued to study the remains.
Situation log updated.
Acknowledged. So, Wu, you're going somewhere in the Sagacious. Where are you going?
System survey complete.
And we get a survey complete. All right. I mean, this has a colonizable world too. It's just kind of a toilet. Okay, Trailblazer is Betelgeuse, 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 not in our wormhole territory. All right, come over here and survey Bonamy then. What's the Sagacious doing? Where are you going, Sagacious? You're entering the orbit of Earth. Entering wormhole to Sol in 9 days. Why are you going back to Earth, though? What is your actual current mission? You're supposed to be surveying a planet? Yeah, okay, whatever your current mission is, stop it. And instead, come and survey this system. Were you surveying Altair? Now, that one should be, like, fully surveyed, right? Yeah, we've definitely been there and surveyed that. Okay. Oh, man, all right. I just looked at the clock, and this episode's getting a little bit long. Eventually, Sanchez is gonna stop shitting the bed. Eventually, he's gonna get there, man. He's gonna get there. Both of our construction ships are busy, and hey, check it out. We finally hit what I feel is sort of like a critical threshold, in that both of our construction ships are busy either on their way to something or constructing something. And we still have enough minerals to build another one, which means maybe that outpost and colony ship are in our near future. I'm thinking maybe now's the time we just sort of stockpile for a little while and construct that colony ship. And that probably going to be our goal for next episode. That and giving Sanchez a job he can actually accomplish. We keep assigning him like more progressively remedial tasks. The next task we assign him is easier than the first. We're just trying to find the threshold of, you know what can you do? We started him out with rocket science. His rocket exploded on the lab. We're like, okay, what about neurosurgery? He killed the patient. Or like, all right, how about, I don't know, maybe like finance. Let's see if you can do any investment banking. His bank went out of business. Then we're like, all right, what about car salesman? He tried someone on a test drive, crashed a car into a building and killed the occupant, thus not getting a cell and also narrowly avoiding a manslaughter charge through neglect. I'm beginning to wonder where the threshold for success is for you. I'm thinking something maybe even more remedial, something perhaps in the custodial field, maybe. I don't want to like try and diminish the valuable service that custodians throughout the world do, but it's not exactly an intellectually tasking job. It is a physically tasking job. Could be a rewarding job as well. And again, I'm not judging. I'm just saying we got to find the right fit for you. I'm thinking postgraduate degree in astrophysics was not on your career path plan. I'm thinking maybe vocational school. You know, you'd be surprised how much money a skilled tradesman can make. Oftentimes, they'll make vastly more than a research scientist, and it's not even going to be close. Did you ever consider that maybe you chose the wrong path in life, Sanchez? Did you ever consider that? I don't know why I'm talking to Zhang Wu. Zhang Wu's probably just standing behind me nodding, going, yep, he's 100% correct, man. You shouldn't have taken those AP physics courses in high school. You should have been going to VOTEC. Anyway, Sanchez has been duly remonstrated. I'm going to wrap this up. If you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Support really does mean a lot. If you'd like to see if we can enroll Sanchez in a welding program at the local VOTEC, might consider subscribing as well. New episodes of Stellaris every single day. Right now, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.